What is this thing?
A British pine tar kiln.
What is this? Kind of looks like parchment.
What was hidden there? What might still be there? There are many reasons to continue this work.
Everyone loves the story of Oak Island, but an explosive leak suggests we've been watching a carefully crafted deception. A source, claiming to be an insider, has revealed that the Laginas quest is part of a much larger secret agenda. This isn't just about finding what pirates or Templars left behind. The leak suggests the team is on the verge of uncovering something that a shadowy organization has been guarding for generations. The real mystery isn't under the ground, it's the reason they are truly there: cracking the Oak Island code. For over a decade, viewers have been glued to their screens, watching Rick and Marty Lagina pour millions of dollars and immense effort into a centuries-old mystery. We've seen them uncover tantalizing clues, a lead cross of possible Templar origin, strange coconut fibers from the depths of the money pit, and a stone road that seems to defy conventional history. The official narrative is a grand adventure, a quest to solve a historical puzzle. But according to an anonymous source, an alleged insider with direct knowledge of the operation, this is only the surface story, a brilliantly executed facade.
Original people in the Nova Scotia area have some symbols that are like some found in here.
The truth, this source claims, is far more complex and shocking. This isn't just a treasure hunt. Believe it or not, it's a recovery mission operating under the guise of a reality TV show. Get this. The leak suggests that the Fellowship of the Dig isn't just a group of passionate history buffs. They are allegedly the public face of a much older, more discreet organization that has known about Oak Island's secret for generations. This group, let's call them the Successors, are said to be descendants of the very people who created the Money Pit. Their goal isn't to find a treasure, their goal is to reclaim an inheritance. The TV show, with its permits, heavy machinery, and global audience, provides the perfect cover. It allows them to conduct a massive excavation in plain sight, with all the legal and logistical challenges handled under the banner of entertainment. The cost, which is run into the tens of millions of dollars, seems insane for a simple treasure hunt, but for this hidden agenda, it's merely a necessary expense. Think about the evidence. Take the paved area in the swamp. On the show, it's presented as a clue to the past, possibly a wharf for unloading treasure. But the insider leak insists its purpose is far more modern. The source claims this area was identified through ground-penetrating radar long before the cameras started rolling, and that its construction is perfectly suited for assembling heavy-duty, submersible equipment, the kind you would need to access a sealed underwater chamber, not just an old wooden chest.
People that came here from Europe were used to building roads that way.
The stones aren't just a road, they are a foundation. The narrative we see, connecting it to the Portuguese or British, is, according to the source, a pre-written script to fit the historical mystery theme. The source claims that core samples taken from this area, which were never shown on TV, revealed traces of modern industrial lubricants dating to no earlier than the 1950s, suggesting the area was surveyed and perhaps even modified long before the Laginas arrived. Wow! Even the team's composition is supposedly strategic. While the Laginas' passion is genuine, the leak alleges that key consultants and specialists brought onto the show are not chosen at random. They are members or affiliates of the Successors, there to guide the search towards the real target while maintaining the public illusion. Their expert opinions, which seem to connect finds to Templars or pirates, are allegedly part of the misdirection. The real analysis happens off-site in secure labs, where the true significance of each find is assessed. The lead cross, for example, was publicly dated to the medieval period. The leak, however, claims that metallurgical testing, shielded from the public, revealed it contains trace isotopes that can only be created in a modern particle accelerator, suggesting it's a marker or a key, not an ancient religious artifact. It's a whole different ballgame if that's true. The bottom line is we are watching a performance and the real work is happening behind the curtain. So what clues have we been missing? The insider points to the constant, maddening presence of water in the money pit. For 200 years, it's been seen as a booby trap. The leaked documents allegedly state the opposite. The water isn't a trap to keep people out. It's a preservation system. It was designed to protect the true contents of the vault from decay, keeping it in a stable anaerobic environment. The complex flood tunnels aren't meant to be a defense mechanism against looters, but a brilliant piece of long-term engineering. They are a plumbing system designed to maintain a specific pressure and chemical balance. The team's efforts to stop the water are, from the successor's perspective, a necessary step in the final phase of disassembly, not a battle against an ancient curse. The so-called curse itself, that 7 must meet their end before the treasure is found, is supposedly a piece of folklore invented in the 18th century to scare off locals and amateur diggers. 6 men have already perished in the search, but the insider claims the real number of individuals who have disappeared while trying to interfere with the island over the centuries is closer to 24.
The circle and the dot in the center of the cross, that's one of our symbols on a stone we call the HO stone.
The evidence for this hidden agenda is mounting, subtly woven into the show itself if you know where to look. But if the gold, the jewels, and the historical artifacts are just a distraction, what are they really looking for? The answer might lie in the most bizarre theories the show has ever presented. The web of misdirection. If the primary mission on Oak Island is a secret recovery operation, then controlling the narrative is paramount. This is where the story takes an even stranger turn. According to the alleged leak, some of the most outlandish theories presented on the show, from Francis Bacon's manuscripts to Shakespeare's lost works, are not just speculative side quests. They are intentional misdirections. These theories are so complex and esoteric that they serve a dual purpose. First, they muddy the waters, making the entire project seem like a quirky, slightly eccentric treasure hunt, which is far less alarming to the public than a clandestine operation. Second, they provide a plausible explanation for any strange, coded, or symbolic artifacts the team might uncover during the real search. Truth be told, the Shakespeare-Bacon connection is a perfect example. The show has dedicated significant time to exploring the idea that codes hidden in Shakespeare's plays point to Oak Island. Researchers have presented complex ciphers and geometric patterns. The insider leak claims that the successor's organization actually planted these leads themselves decades ago, seeding academic circles with the information. Why? Because they knew that eventually their recovery operation would unearth stones with geometric carvings and fragments with coded inscriptions. By creating a pre-existing, albeit fringe, theory, they had a ready-made explanation for these finds. When the team uncovers a stone with strange markings, they can bring in a Shakespeare expert to connect it to a known public theory, rather than revealing its true purpose as a technical marker for the vault's entrance mechanism. It's a masterful piece of long-term psychological conditioning. Get this, the leak alleges there is a cipher team working in parallel with the TV crew. This team, composed of cryptographers and engineers, operates from a remote, secure location. When an artifact with potential markings is found, high-resolution images are sent to them immediately. They are not looking for Shakespearean codes, they are looking for engineering schematics and chemical formulas. The insider claims the HO stone, for instance, didn't just have a symbol for gold. The microscopic texture of the stone itself, when analyzed with laser spectrometry, allegedly revealed a complex molecular diagram.
The date I got on the twig at the bottom was 1028 to 1172.
This is brilliant.
Yeah.
The public was told it meant gold, a simple and exciting answer. But the real information it contained was supposedly a formula for a chemical agent needed to neutralize a component of the vault's preservation system. This level of deception is almost unbelievable, yet it explains the slow, methodical pace of the dig. They aren't just digging, they are reverse engineering a puzzle box of incredible complexity. Another key piece of misdirection is the constant focus on the Knights Templar and the Freemasons. While there may be a historical connection, the leak suggests its importance is deliberately exaggerated. The successors may have roots in these old orders, but their modern-day operation is all about science and technology, not ancient rituals. However, by wrapping the search in the mystical lore of the Templars, they create a romantic and compelling story. It fires the public's imagination and distracts from the nuts and bolts of what's actually happening. The discovery of the lead cross was a perfect moment for this. It immediately sent the narrative spinning into tales of fugitive knights and hidden religious relics. According to the leak, while the team on the ground celebrated a link to the Templars, the offsite team was analyzing its precise weight and density, data they needed to understand its function as a counterweight or key in a sophisticated locking mechanism. Every find has two meanings, the public one and the real one. Think about the sheer number of experts who have visited the island. Geologists, metallurgists, surveyors, archaeologists, historians. The show presents this as a thorough academic investigation. The insider claims many of these experts are vetted and guided. They are given specific data and pointed in directions that support the public narrative. Any findings that are off script are either dismissed as inconclusive or simply never make it to the final broadcast. For instance, the source alleges that early seismic surveys of the Money Pit area in Season 1 revealed not just a single chamber, but a void network of at least 5 interconnected chambers arranged in a precise geometric pattern. This discovery was deemed too technical and too revealing of a deliberate engineered structure. It was simplified for television into the idea of a single cavern or target. This simplification keeps the mystery manageable and the true scale of the underground complex a secret.
And from this one, I detected gold.
Wow.
This web of misdirection is designed to keep everyone, from the casual viewer to rival organizations, guessing. By putting so many theories into play, pirates, Templars, Spanish gold, British military, the true agenda gets lost in the noise. It's a classic intelligence strategy. But if they are going to such incredible lengths to hide their real work, the object they are trying to recover must be something beyond our wildest imaginations. The world-changing secret. So what is the hidden agenda? What is the unthinkable prize that would warrant a multi-century-long conspiracy, a secret organization, and a multi-million-dollar television show as cover? The leak is clear on one point. It is not gold, silver, or jewels. That kind of treasure is valuable, but it doesn't change the world. The real target, the ultimate prize buried deep beneath Oak Island, is something far more profound. It is knowledge. Specifically, a perfectly preserved, verifiable record or artifact from a past that has been completely erased from our history books. According to the insider's leaked information, the core of the Money Pit does not hold a chest. It holds a repository. The successors believed that the original builders were not just hiding wealth, but were preserving a library of information and possibly even technology from a highly advanced prehistoric civilization. This isn't about rewriting a few chapters of history. This is about revealing that our entire understanding of the human past is wrong. The so-called booby-trapped vault is not just a strongbox, it's an archive engineered to survive for millennia. The water that floods the pit is a key part of this, containing a unique saline and mineral composition that prevents the decay of organic materials, like manuscripts or even more advanced data storage devices made from crystalline structures. This theory, as wild as it sounds, actually explains many of the mysteries that have stumped searchers for 200 years. Get this. The strange metals found on the island, like the iron spikes dating back to the 1400s or the gold traces in the water, aren't part of a treasure. They are components of the power source for the entire system. The insider claims that the interaction between different metals in the saltwater environment creates a massive, long-lasting galvanic battery. This battery generates a low-level energy field that powers the circulation of the water through the flood tunnels and maintains the stability of the underground archive. The box drains in Smith's Cove aren't just flood tunnels, they are intake and outflow vents for this massive geo-battery. It's a piece of ancient, self-sustaining technology that we are only now beginning to comprehend. Wow. The leaked documents supposedly contain diagrams of this system. They show the Money Pit as the central core with surrounding shafts, like Borehole 10X, acting as regulatory conduits. The constant discovery of wood at regular 10-foot intervals wasn't just platforms for the original diggers, they were structural supports embedded with metallic filaments that helped to focus this energy field. This is why digging has been so difficult. Past searchers weren't just fighting water, they were disrupting a finely tuned operational machine. Their drilling and blasting have caused untold damage, which is why the successors had to resort to the massive and public effort we see today. They are not just digging, they are performing a delicate surgical operation to disarm and bypass a system they no longer have the original keys for. So, is the Oak Island team on the verge of rewriting history, or is this all just a grand tale for television? Let us know what you believe in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more secrets.